pirates and treasure hunters. Today we're at one of the local beaches in Melbourne, Florida, and I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really planning on filming. I've found 2 targets, both junk, but the very next target, boom, found a ring. First ring with the new Deus 2, very happy with that. I don't see any markings in it. I think it's either stainless or tungsten. It came up as a 55 on the Deus 2, so, you know, I'm still learning the machine, still getting used to it. But there we go, first ring with the brand new detector, and I got so excited, I said, you know what, let's do some filming. So we're gonna see what else we can find. Hopefully we get some more goodies, and you know, we'll see at the reveal, I guess. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as I put the ring in the pouch and started to walk away, an 88 right here. So far, high tones like that have been like quarters and dimes. So let's see what this is. So this was our first official outing with the Deus 2. I say official because, well, for any of you that have watched the unboxing video, yes, we took it out to Cocoa Beach, but we really didn't have a goal in mind other than to see how it would react to some different targets, and we didn't have enough time to detect because we had a storm rolling in and we were running out of daylight very quickly. Yay! Alright, I'm loving the new machine. Awesome. Alright, solid 60, and I've literally walked maybe 12 feet. I'm probably going to end up having to grid this area. Oh my God, I got something on the first scoop? How did that happen? And it's a nickel!
Yay!
Which, by the way, I found a couple the other day and they were in that same range. 70. I was just trying to dial in the detector. It had been chattery when we took it to Cocoa Beach, and after looking through the manual and watching some other different videos, I figured out how to reduce the chatter. Wasn't able to completely eliminate it, but at least got it to within a tolerable range. Now it's got it at 64. Theoretically a nickel, but we'll see. Or maybe we got a really deep one that's not worth chasing.
Ooh.
We got a little dangly bit.
This is why I wear shoes on the beach.
Don't get that stuck in your mouth.
Yep. Or your foot.
Or, yeah, look, that's a pretty one.
It is.
Very grassy color. So that was a 64. It started as a 70. This is a really good sign because we're finding all the heavy stuff. For the heck of it. Let's see what it is.
Oh yay, more rain.
I'm guessing 10 steak, but I don't know. I don't know if you can see the grid lines behind me. I'm sure all of you probably know how to grid already. But the idea behind gridding, I'm going all the way down and into the water a little bit because with it being low tide, you know, there's a trough out there, but there's a good 20 feet there that the water is coming in on just a really shallow slope. And I'm finding most of the heavy stuff a few feet down beach of me. Down beach, is that a word?
Yeah.
I'm finding the heavy stuff just a few feet towards the water from me. But then once I get to about the water's edge or a little farther, I'm not finding any more targets. So that's where the heavy stuff is apparently dropping out or close enough to the surface that the Deus is picking it up. So I'm going to continue gridding until it just gets quiet, and then we'll start heading down the beach again. It's on the lower end of the scale. It's kind of jumping around. So I don't know, maybe a 10 stake. I see rust.
Yeah.
Looks like, I don't know, piece of a screw or something. I'm going to put it in here and look at it later because, you know, we're close enough to Treasure Coast. I doubt it's that old, but it could be.
Ooh.
Somewhere in here. I will say this thing is better at pinpointing than the CTX. At least that's my opinion. But the CTX, you know, I had that giant coil, so it was really hard to pinpoint things. All right, so that was an 8890.
Yeah.
Got a quarter. So yeah, the high tones are definitely where it's at with this machine. 0809, I'm gonna guess 10 stake. I'm just digging pretty much all the targets. There are a few I haven't bothered with. But some of the ones that are kind of all over the place, I'm digging just to get used to the machine, just so I know what these are, so I can get used to what the signals are. It's an ear ring. and that rang up as like an 8. I was gonna ignore it. I thought it was a tit steak.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
I know. Eek.
I love my new machine. Screamer. Solid 84. My guess would be a quarter. I don't know. I am getting so much better at getting these things in the scoop. I think I see it. Oh yeah. That's why it was a screamer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're pulling lead. Clunk. Coming up as a 4, 5. So probably junk, but I mean that earring came up as an 8. Granted, I think that earring is
It's costume jewelry.
yeah, it's costume jewelry, but it's still nice to find. I saw a tit steak.
I think I heard a tent steak.
Tit steak.
Yep. Greg does not hear what Mother Nature is doing. This is what's heading towards us. There's a wall of water. I'm gonna get wet again. Dig. The wall of water is coming.
What? Gold shows up all over the range. Sounds like a nickel. It is a nickel.
Woo!
I'm digging so much fewer trash with this machine than I did with the CTX. Another 88, so I would assume a quarter, because that's what I've been finding at 88. So like I said, we had not really planned on filming that day, but my fourth target was a ring. So at that point, it was like, hey, you know what? Is Deus 2 a game changer? Maybe. Now you might say, hey, there's a lot of trash targets there. I dug most of those on purpose because I just wanted to see what those really, really, really low signals were. And I was guessing at most of them being tent stakes, and I was right. The Deus 2, all of these tent stakes and these other 2 chunks of iron here rang up really low. The machine pretty much just nulls them out. But if you want to dig them, obviously you can. And if you're metal detecting on Treasure Coast, you probably want to go ahead and dig just about everything anyway. That could be a shipwreck artifact, or maybe even have something associated with it. We've seen silver coins attached to pieces of iron. And what's the machine more likely to pick up? The iron. So, Treasure Coast, you pretty much dig everything. But let's talk about the real game changer here. Okay, so this was day one, right? I went out there 2 days later after we'd had a couple of days of heavy wind and heavy surf. I forgot my hat. This was one day. So I met up with a couple of friends during low tide, and, well, is the Deus 2 a game changer? Yeah, I think so. Would the CTX have found all of this? Absolutely. That machine is a total beast, and it'll find this stuff all day long. I just can't swing that thing all day long. It's just too darn heavy. So that was day 2 of hunting with the Deus 2. Missed a few. Hold on. That was a screamer. Some of our trash targets from that day, as well as, I don't even know what these are. They rang up really high on the Deus. I wasn't entirely sure what they are, but I checked them on the CTX the next day. Definitely junk. Honestly, if I had run over those with the CTX, I wouldn't have dug them. The signals were just saying it was trash. On the Deus, they rang up in the high 70s, and I was like, okay, I'll dig them. Near as I can tell, they're just some sort of junk iron. They stick to a magnet very easily. Okay, so day 3. And by the way, we didn't film any of this because Heather unfortunately had other more important things to do. So yeah, I don't have any footage of any of this. But the third day, yesterday, I was out and completely sanded in beaches, right? After about 20 minutes of walking the water line at low tide and finding absolutely nothing, a local gentleman walked up to me and asked me if I could find a ring that he lost a couple days prior, and he knew pretty much exactly where it was. And, well, yeah, it was exactly where he thought it was. I found it literally within 10 seconds. So we'll put a picture of that up here. Oops, dropped one. What's it matter? They're all the coins together. Who cares? Okay, so day 3, even on sanded in beaches. Okay, we got either an earring or maybe a piece of a necklace. We'll get a picture of that up there. Very, very light material, and the only things I found on that beach was that and a penny. So very, very light targets. After I did the ring recovery, I found this up above the cut. It's a, well, I don't know, it has something to do with the Boy Scouts. A couple of coins and another ring. So 2-ring day. Very, very happy with the Deus 2. Absolutely a game changer in my opinion. And no back pain. So thanks for joining us. Please stay tuned. Our next video is going to be online resources for metal detecting the Treasure Coast. This is going to be a must-see for all of you that are planning a trip to the Treasure Coast to hopefully find some of that 1715 rich stuff.